relationship kung meron o wala ay ibabasa dun sa data, but it is through ranking, the ranking data. Simula mataas, bababa, ano? So, meaning to say, kapag ang data mo ay mataas, ano, 10, 9, 8, so, mas mataas yung rank 10, ano? Pero, mas yung score na mababa will be rank 9, no? Makita natin mamaya sa video, no? Okay, pakitext ng iba, no? Sabihin nyo mag na kasi may another lesson tayo, baka mahirapan sila, no? Okay, so let's see, and then after watching the video, I'll be discussing it part by part, para mas lalo maintindihan, and later on we'll having an assignment for this, ano? Isa para sa Pearson R at isa para sa Spearmon R, ano? Okay?
Guys, ang i-discuss natin is the second type of correlation, which is the Spearman-Rank correlation. So, hindi ko na uulitin yung introduction natin. So, proceed na kagad tayo dito sa Spearman-Rank correlation. Okay? So, sa first video natin, ang ginawa natin is Pearson product moment correlation. So, ito, Spearman naman tayo, guys. Okay? So, ito yung ating problem for the Spearman-Rank correlation. So the problem is, the following are the grades of 7 students in English and in mathematics. So ito yung grades nila, yan, nasa table. So si student A, ang grade niya sa English is 78, ang grade niya sa mathematics is 85. Si student B, ang grade niya sa English 80, and ang grade niya sa math is 82, and so on, hanggang kay student G. So all in all, ang N natin dyan, guys, alam nyo na is 7, kasi there are 7 samples. Okay, so at 0.01 significance level, can we conclude that there is a significant correlation between the grades of students in English and in math? So ang gustong malaman ng study na to or problem na to is kung meron bang kinalaman or meron bang relationship between the grades of the students in English and in mathematics. Okay, so yun ang gustong malaman ng problem na to. So again, same lang to guys, lahat ng steps except for the computation. Yun lang ang kaibahan nila guys. Pero lahat talaga, same sila ng process.
First, we have Grammarly. The free version checks basic spelling and grammar. Grammarly Premium, on the other hand, provides in-depth writing feedback.
Pearson. So step 1 again is to construct the null and alternative hypothesis. So again, pag sinabi nating null, siya yung magsasabi, siya yung hypothesis na magsasabi na there is no correlation between the two variables. So in this case, sa problem na to, ang HO natin is R sub S. Yun ang kaibahan din nila guys. Yung Pearson, ang symbol niya ay R lang. Diba? Yung Spearman, ang symbol niya guys is R subscript S. So R sub S sila. Okay? So R sub S is equal to 0, yung null natin, which means there is no correlation or no relationship between grades in English and in mathematics. So sinasabi ni null na walang kinalaman or walang relasyon yung dalawang grades nila sa English at saka sa math. Si alternative naman, so kukontrahin niya si null, ang sasabihin na alternative, there is a correlation. So merong relationship yung dalawang variable natin, which are yung grades nila sa English and in mathematics. So ang symbol niyan is R sub S is not equal to 0. Okay, so that is your step 1. Step 2, state the level of significance. So ang pinapagamit sa atin dito is 0.01 level of significance. Yan lang step 2 guys. Lagay nyo lang yung level of significance. Step 3, so again, calculate the division. Ang DF natin is n minus 2. So ang n natin dito guys ay 7. So minus 2, that is 5. So ang DF natin ay 5. Now, how to get the critical value or determine the critical value? Siyempre, kukunin nyo doon sa table. So, paano gamitin yung table? Ito yung ating naging critical value, 5. Tapos, di ba, ang level of significance na bigay ay 0.01 base doon sa ating problem. So, 0.01. Guys, magkaiba ang 0.01 sa 0.10. Okay? 0.10 is 10%. 0.01 is 1%. Okay? So, ito yung intersection nila. So, 5, yung ating DF, and then 1. So, ang ating crit level is 4.032. So, yun yung ilalagay natin na critical value. 4.032. Maingay yung aso, guys. Pagpasensyahan nyo na. So, 4.032 yung ating critical value. Okay? Next step is step 4, compute for the values of Spearman rho or R sub S. Okay, so ito yung table natin. Dadagdagan nyo siya guys ng Rx, Ry, yung D, at saka D squared. Okay, so ito yung X, gawin natin si English, si Math naman si Y. Okay, so ang gagawin nyo guys, pagka sinabing Rx at saka Ry, ranking yan guys. Ibig sabihin, rank of X, ayan, rank of X yan. And then, ito naman is rank of Y. Ibig sabihin, guys, irarank nyo yung, ano nila, yung scores nila. So, rank of X, ito naman ay rank or ranking of Y. Okay? So, ang gagawin nyo, guys, hahanapin nyo yung pinakamataas and that would be your rank 1. Okay? So, in this case, rank of S, titingin ako dito sa X na to. And then, hahanapin ko yung pinakamataas dyan and that would be my rank 1. So, ang pinakamataas dyan na nakikita nating score is 88. So, that would be the first rank. Okay? And then, ang sunod na mataas is si 86. That would be your second. And then, ang third would be 83. Okay? And then, sunod si 81. So, ito yung 4 ko. Ito yung 5 ko. Ito yung 6. And then, ito yung 7. So, ang ilalagay ko dito, 1, 3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 7. Okay? Next naman is si rank ng Y or RY. So, ang gagawin natin, rank naman natin tong Y na to. So, ang 1 ko dito would be 85. Ayan. Siya yung pinakamataas, di ba? Si 85. Sunod si 83. Ayan. Sunod si 82. Sunod si 81. Ito yung pang-apat, pang-lima, pang-anim, and then pang-pito. Okay? So, copy lang natin yan. So, 1, 3, 7, 6, 5, 2, tapos 4. Okay? Next one, guys. Pag sinabing D, difference yan. So, basically, isusubtract nyo lang yung rank nila. So, parang ano lang yan, guys. Rx minus Ry. Okay? So, 7 minus 1, ito. 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay? 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. Okay? 2 minus 6 is negative 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. And then, 1 minus 4 is negative 3. Okay? And then, yung D squared, basically, guys, E squared nyo to. So, 6 squared is 36. You can use your calculator. So, E squared nyo lang. Ayan, yan yung pipindutin nyo. Okay? So, 36. 2 squared is 4. Now, negative 3 squared, that would be positive. So, 9 na to, guys. Lahat ng magiging sagot nyo dito ay positive. Kahit negative pa yan, magiging negative 3 times negative 3. Diba? So, magiging positive or negative 3 squared. Okay? So, walang sagot dito sa D squared na negative. Lahat siya positive. Okay? So, negative 4 squared is 16. 1 squared is 1. 1 squared is 1. Negative 3 squared is 9. Okay? And then, di ba dito, sa Pearson guys, lahat ng columns ina-add. Tama? Kinukuha natin yung summation. Dito, ang kukunin nyo lang na summation ay yung last na column. Yung D squared. So, kunin natin yung summation or sigma D squared. Ayan. So, yan lang kukunin nyo guys. Wala nang iba. Ito lang i-add natin. Okay? So, add ko 36 plus 4 plus 9 plus 16 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9. So, ang sagot ay 76. Okay? So, solve na natin si R sub S or si rho, si Spearman rho. So, 1, ang formula is 1 minus. So, ito guys, yung 6, kasama yan sa formula. So, 6 times ito. So, ang nakuha natin na summation ng D squared is 76. So, 6 times 76. And then, ang N natin dito is 7 because we have 7 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So, ang N natin ay 7. So, itong N na to would be replaced by 7. And then, times. So, N ulit, pero may squared. So, 7 squared minus 1. Okay? So, alamin na natin ano ang ating S. Okay? So, that would be 1. 1 muna, minus. So, ito nakita natin, fraction siya. So, lagyan nyo siya ng fraction. And then, 6 times 76. Okay, sa baba. So, cursor nyo to. Ito. Yan. 7 times 7. And then we will input squared minus 1. So, equals, ayun. So, ang sagot is negative 3 point. So, ano na to guys? Continuous na to. So, negative 0.36 na to guys. Okay? Kasi 7 yung karugtong. So, negative 0.36. So, that would be our R sub S or Spearman rho. Okay? So, mamaya na yan. Proceed muna tayo sa step 5. Mamaya natin gamitin yan kung para saan yan. So, step 5, computing na natin yung t-value. Okay? And then, compare na tayo ng values, tapos mag-decide na tayo kung sino ang magiging sagot, si HO ba or si HA. Okay? So, computein muna natin yung t-value. So, ang na-compute natin ng RS kanina is negative 0.36. Ayan. So, ang formula ng t-value natin, okay? So, t-value. Ayan. So, ang formula guys ay ito. Actually, same lang sila ng Spearman.
NutriBoost! I-level up ang umaga ng pamilya the nutritious way.
Ito oh. I mean ng Pearson. Ayan oh. Ito oh, R. Ayan. Pinalitan lang yung R na yan, guys. Ginawa lang siyang R sub S. Ayan oh. Ayun, 'di ba? Kanina R, ayan, nasa dulo-dulo. Tapos n-2 tsaka 1 minus. Parehas lang yan, guys. Iba lang siya ng value na gagamitin. Okay? So, R sub S is negative 0.36 square root of. So, ang n natin, same. We have 7. Okay? 7 yung ating sample size. So, 7 minus 2 over, so square root of 1 minus, so since may negative tayo, lagyan yung parenthesis guys, negative 0.36 squared. Ayun no, may squared yan. Guys, itong minus na to, formula yan. Okay, nilagyan ko ng parenthesis kasi yun na-solve natin, may negative. So, dalawa yung magiging negative nyo. Okay, so ang t-value natin would be, so calculate lang din, so fraction siya, negative 0.36 natin si square root. So, 7 is square root ulit, and then 1 minus, okay? And then negative, so dalawang beses, 0. Pero lalagyan nyo ng parenthesis, ha? So, negative 0.36 squared. Importante yung squared doon. So, ang lalabas is negative 0.86. So, negative 0.80. Anong kasunod ng 6? 2. So, 86 lang to. Okay? Now, magko-compare na tayo ng t-value at saka ng t-crit. Again, note, always compare absolute values. So, ang sagot ko guys, negative. Pero pag kinompare ko siya, positive dapat. Okay? Ito rin, yung RS natin will remain negative. Negative yan guys. Pero pag nagko-compare kayo, gawin nyo lang siyang positive. For the sake of comparing, gawin nyo siyang absolute value. So, ang t-value na compute ko ay negative 0.86. Yung t-crit, nandito yan sa step 3. So, ang na-compute, positive naman siya. So, 4.032. Positive negative kasi yan, guys, kasi two-tailed. So, lagyan natin ng 4.032. 032. So, itong negative na to, tanggalin ko siya. Absolute value natin yan. 0.86 at saka 4.032. Okay? So, i-compare ko siya. Sino ang mas malaki? Doon yung ilalagay yung bibig ng inequality symbol. So, ang mas malaki dyan, syempre, si 4.032. 0.86 lang to, di ba? So, ito yung ating naging comparing inequality symbol. So, ang magiging decision natin is do not reject the null. So, wag daw i-reject to. Kung hindi siya na-reject, ibig sabihin, ito yung mare-reject. Gets? Okay? Pagka naman sinabing reject the null, so kung mare-reject to, ito naman yung sagot. Dalawa lang naman kasi yan, guys. So, pag na-reject yung null, yung HA ang sagot nyo, yung alternative. Pag naman na do not reject yung null, syempre, mare-reject naman yung isa. So, in this case, ang naging decision natin is do not reject the null. So, meaning, kung hindi siya i-reject, siya yung sagot. Sinong i-reject? Yung alternative. Dalawa lang naman sila. So, hindi ito ang sagot natin. Rejected to eh. Okay? So, ito yung accepted or do not reject. So, ibig sabihin, walang correlation, guys. Walang relasyon yung grades ng estudyante sa English at saka sa mathematics. Okay? So, lalagay natin yun dito sa conclusion. Okay? So, ang na-compute natin na R sub S, isulat ko lang dito. So, R sub S is negative 0.36. Para yun dito, guys. Okay? So, the first question is there a relationship between the two variables being tested? So, ang naging sagot natin is there is no correlation. So, there is no. So, ito ang ating conclusion. There is no relationship. Wait lang. There is no significant. There is no significant relationship between students, wait lang, between the grades of the students. So, ito guys, naka-sentence, kayo nang bahala kung paano nyo isusulat or paano nyo sasagutin yung mga question. So, there is no significant relationship between the grades of the students in math and English. Ibig sabihin, walang kinalaman yung grades nila sa math doon sa English. Okay? So, yan yung ating conclusion. And then, ang degree ng relationship nila or gaano kababa or gaano kataas yung relasyon nila sa isa't isa or correlation nila. So, ang naging R sub S natin is negative 0.36. So, nasan yan? Nasa gitna nito, guys. Ayan. So, meron silang slight correlation. Okay? So, there is or the correlation, guys, pag sinabing correlation, relationship, same lang yan, ha? So, the correlation or relationship is, so this one is negative 0.36, so slight correlation, okay? So, slight, since negative to guys, so lalagyan nyo siya ng slight negative correlation. So, that is your conclusion, itong buong to. Okay? So, that is the conclusion to the problem. Ayan. Okay? Pag may negative, lalagyan nyo lang ng word na negative. Okay? Yung kanina kasi sa Pearson natin, positive yung naging R natin. Ito. So, ang nakalagay lang, the correlation is a very high correlation. So, ito, negative siya. Tapos, nandito siya sa gitna ng 0.21 and then 0.40. So, ibig sabihin, guys, actually, ano siya, small relationship. Kaya nasabi na rin na there is no significant relationship between the grades of the students in math and English. So, the correlation or relationship is slight negative correlation. Okay? Guys, tandaan ninyo, yung R sub S at saka yung R ng Spearman at saka ng Pearson, ang ibibigay niya sa inyo niyan ay yung degree. Okay? Ibig sabihin ng degree kung gaano kataas or gaano kababa or gaano kaliit yung relasyon ng dalawang bagay. Okay? Ang magtutukoy naman nito, yung pinaka-test na ginagawa natin, yung t-test, yung HO tsaka HA. So, para masagot nyo yan, kung is there a relationship between two variables, gagamit talaga kayo guys ng t-test. Okay? Pero kung degree lang naman ang tinutukoy, pwedeng mag-R sub S na lang kayo. So, that is how you do correlation using Spearman-Trank correlation. Basically, same lang sila guys. Ang nag-iba lang dyan is itong ko yung Spearman. Okay? So, that is it for the
Okay, hello. Hello, class. Narinig niyo ako?
Yes po.
Okay, so what you observe, medyo iba yung computation sa Pearson RR because this one is Spearman law, no? Okay, balikan natin yung step by step. So, ang pagkakaiba dito, class, she used t-test sa pag-ano, sa teka lang. T-test sa magte-test kung may significant relationship yung dalawang variable, ano? So, idagdag natin sa knowledge natin yung test, yung formula mamaya, okay? Okay, sabi nga rito, this is the second one, Spearman rock correlation. Yung symbol na that is called as Spearman rho or RS, R sub S. Yung tawag na dyan. Okay? So, sa manner ng computing, ito kasi yung problem given. Pakibasa yung problem given tsaka yung data. Anyone? Nabasa? Sinong pwede mong basan yan?
Anong po yan, sir?
Ito, lahat yung problem. Yung nasa box. Pakibasa.
Flores po.
Sige, Miss Flores.
Problem. The following are the grades of 7 students in English and in mathematics.
Lahat, pati yung database, saka yung dulo, yung at 0.01.
Okay po. Problem. The following are the grades of 7 students in English and in mathematics. Students A, English grade 78, mathematics 85. Student B, 80, mathematics 82. Student C, English 81, mathematics 75. Student D, English 86, mathematics 77. Students E, English 79, mathematics 80. Student F, English 83, mathematics 83. Student G, English 88, mathematics 81. At 0.01 significance level, can we conclude that there is a significant correlation between the grades of students in English and in math?
Okay, thank you, Flores. Okay. So, the problem given, so merong 7 estudyante, merong grades sa English at sa mathematics. So, our goal here is to determine whether English and mathematics grade are correlated sa silang dalawa. Yung X na English, Y yung math, no? And then we observe that dito pa lang pinakita sa atin yung ating N. So, kasi may 7 tayong estudyante, 7 students, ano? So, yung kasi isa lang grade yan. In student A may grade sa math sa English and so on hanggang kay student G, ano? Okay? Now, let us see. So, first step kasi is it includes hypothesis testing na kasi may hypothesis testing ang ginawa rito, which is susundin na rin natin, ano? Okay? Okay, anyone could read step 1? Okay natin, kayang basahin to. Step 1. Anybody? Ako ba tatawag? I will volunteer. Arambulo? Arambulo. Nandiyan ba si Arambulo o... Hello? Wala bang Arambulo dyan? Absent po si Arambulo. Hindi tanggalin natin sa list yan pagka hindi sumasagot. Arambulo? Arante. How about Arante? So, let us see Arambulo mamaya. Pag wala pa rin, cross out na sa attendance yan. Arante, please. Please read step 1.
Step 1. Construct the null and alternative hypothesis.
Okay, pakibasa kung ano yan. Tingnan natin. Kayang basahin.
Okay po.
H sub O, yun yun. RS yun yung Spearman rho value. Okay, pakibasa.
HO.
H sub O.
H.
H sub O. H sub O.
Okay po. H sub O.
Is
H sub O is Spearman
Spearman Rho.
Opo. H sub O is Spearman O. Tama po.
Spearman Rho. Spearman Rho.
Spearman Rho. Opo, Spearman Rho. Equals 0. There is no correlation between grades in English and in mathematics.
Then, pangalawa.
HA is ito. HA is Spearman
Spearman Rho.
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 Opo. Spearman Rho of 0. There is a
Is not,
correlation
sorry, is
between,
not equal to 0. Is not equal kasi yung
is not
symbol.
equal.
Ulit. H sub A, simula H sub A.
okay. HA is equal to Spearman Rho is not equal to 0. There is a correlation between grades in English and in mathematics.
Okay, so pag-aralan natin paggagawa ng ating hypothesis, i-base natin ito sa problem. So, simply we are looking at our English and mathematics as variable section Y. So, i-test natin yung correlation lang. No correlation H sub O. So, automatically, we can see that in testing the hypothesis nito, there is no correlation between English and mathematics. Kahit yun lang, pwede na eh. Yung H sub A, automatically, kahit wala na, pwede na tayo. Pero ito, pwede rin ilagay. But, pag nakita ko may H sub O kayong tama, then you can proceed to step 2. Okay? Tingnan nyo lang. State nyo lang, there is no correlation between X and Y. In this manner, kasi English yung X and Y mathematics, di palitan natin, there is no correlation between grades in English and mathematics. That is now your null hypothesis. Okay? Tingnan pa natin. Okay, so let us look at the second step. Second step, state the level of significance. Itong level of significance given ito class, given sa ating problem. In this case, ginawang 0.01. Kasi yung level of significance class, that means kapag 0.01, it is you are 99% confident dun sa inyong conclusion, then yung 1% yung margin of error mo. So, kaya 0.01 kasi equal to 1 lagi yan eh. So, don't worry, every problem given but mas common na ginagamit sa correlation is, hindi lang correlation, almost mas maraming studies na katulad ng mga tinatanong anong grades niya, gano'n. You can use 0.05 level of significance. Ito kasi medyo tinaasan, kasi para wala na siyang problema sa kanyang conclusion. Okay? So, next step sa calculate the degrees of freedom. The formula to determine the degrees of freedom is always df equals n over 2. Degrees of freedom. Yung df natin, degrees of freedom. Ito, df, degrees of freedom. And kung ilang number ng estudyante meron tayo sa problem, since we have 7, so n equals 7, So n minus 2, so that will be 7 minus 2 equals 5. Okay? Next step, determining the critical value. Ito kailangan meron tayo class ito. Kunan nyo ng picture yan and then isend sa ating group chat para meron tayong value ng t. That is the t critical value. Depende kung anong, ito kasi yung 90 kasi, that is 0.10, 90% confident. Dito, 95%, this is 99% confident. So, since the given is narito sa 0.01 ang binigay ng problem, so degree of freedom is 5. Ayun yung 5. Tapos tingnan natin dito, that's 4.03 to, no? So, mahalaga yan because yung part yan, that then natin i-compare ang ating computed T para magkaroon tayo ng tamang conclusion, okay? Okay, so take note of that, the table, to send na yata sa ating group chat. Okay, tingnan natin. Then we proceed. Okay, sinabi dito yung steps, ano? Okay, medyo maliit. And ito mga kailangan nating column class. You must have a column for Rx, yun yung rank ng English kasi yung English natin yung X, and then rank ng Y, yun yung rank ng math scores natin, ano? Okay? So, ang pag-rank ng class, tandaan lagi kung ano yung pinakamataas, you're saying rank 1. In this case, kasi class, tawag dito is walang tie, walang parehong score sa X, ano? Kasi may pagkakataon na may parehong score sa X, kaya ang tawag doon with tie scores. Dito walang tie, ano? Okay? So, then i-rank muna yung X, yan, isa-isa, then rank mo yung Y, then after ranking X and Y, ito kasi hindi sinabi din kanina, i-subtract mo lang yung Y, RY from RX. So, lagyan mo lang difference, no? Halimbawa, sagot doon, i-subtract mo yung RY sa RX. So, RX minus RY equals D yun. Then, isa-isa rin. Then, i-square natin. Tingnan natin, ha? Okay, next step. Piniliwanag lang doon kung ano yung pinakang ibig sabihin ng RX natin, tsaka rank ng Y, tsaka yung difference. Nirank na yung X. So makita natin what is the high score. Anong pinakamataas sa score class?
88 po.
88.
88
Kaya siya
po.
Full screen. Okay, 88. So that's why ito yung rank 1. Okay? Rank 1 yung 88, followed by 86 kasi rank 2. Then rank 3 is 83, 4 is 81, 5 is 80, 6 is 79, and then rank 7 is 78. Itong ranking na yan, ano? Okay? Let's proceed to rank Y. Ayan. So, ganun din proseso. Kung ano pinakamataas, ano? So, binigyan lang dito ng rank para mas madali mo itindig. Kasi, minsan nakakalito yung pag-rank kapag mas malala pag mas marami, no? So, that's why you can be careful on that. Every ranking na nagkamali ka, so will affect your final score. So, tendency, no, pagka nagkamali ka ng isa, mali na lahat. Okay? So, ito yung rank Y. Pinakamataas sa ating score sa math is 85. So, that's why it is rank 1, ano? Rank 2 is 83, rank 3 is 82, rank 4 is 81, rank 5 is 80, rank 6, 77, and 75 yung pinakamababa. So, it is rank 7, ano? Nakuha ng rank. Next is finding D. So, ito yung formula, Rx minus rank Y. Meaning to say, 7 minus 1. Okay? Tingnan natin. And 7 minus 1 is 6. 5 minus 3 is 2. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. 2 minus 4 is negative 4. 6 minus 5, 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. And, sir, may negative po. Walang problema dyan kasi ang ating difference or yung kaya D yan, difference tawag yan, rank X minus RY, matatanggal yung negative sa next step. Okay? That is squaring the difference. Squaring the difference meaning to say, kung yung D ng unang column na, yes, sa column natin is 6 times 6 or 6 squared, 6 squared. Hindi square root, 6 squared. Kaya yung symbol natin dito, class, is D squared, meaning to say, all the scores will be squared or will be multiplied by itself, ano? 6 times 6, yes, 36, and then 2 squared equals 4, Negative 3 squared is 9. Mawawala yung negative. Negative times negative is positive yan. Ano? Dito rin, negative 4 squared is 16. 1 squared is 1. Again, 1. Negative 3 squared is 9. Ano? Isa lang value kailangan natin dito, which is kapag kinuha natin yung sum na to, that is called as a summation of d squared. Calculus. So, kaya hindi masamang gumamit ng calculus lalo na pagka mahirap tayo mag-add or mag-subtract, ano? Ano bang value dito? Okay? 36 plus 4, 40, 49, 55. We have this one is 50, 52, 54, 63, 65. Then we have 9, 76. Ulit nga natin. 36 plus 4, that is 40, plus 9, 49, plus 6, 65, 65, 66, 67, and then plus 9, that is 76 dito, class. Kaya 76 siya ito. Nakikita nyo to? Ito. Kasi yung formula ginagamit, hello? Nakikita nyo to, class?
Yes, sir.
Pagka mag-react lang kaya, kasi yung formula in finding Spearman law, this one is 1 minus summation of d squared times 6, ano? Summation of d squared yung formula. Ito yung summation na, so pag inad mo kasi itong column ng d squared natin, bibigyan tayo ng tinatawag na summation of d squared. Ito yun, 76. Okay? Tapos, itong 1 constant yan, in 6 constant din, ito lang magbabago yung n natin. Okay? So, insert natin ang ating nakuhang value. So, that will be 1 minus 6 constant times 76 in na-compute natin divided by n7 times n squared minus. So, therefore, that will be 7 squared minus 1. Okay? In computing it, i-simplify mo na yung ibabaw, simplify yung ilalim, i-divide nyo siya, tapos i-subtract nyo. Ganun ang process nun. So, since mas malaki yung nakuwang value dito, pag sinubtract sa 1, naging sagot is negative 0.36. Ano? Negative 0.36. Sa ating table, makita natin, meron niyang interpretation na slight or low negative correlation, slight or low negative correlation. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin niya. But our goal here is to determine whether is a significant relationship between X and Y. So, proceed tayo. So, dito pa lang, hindi natin makakonclude kung meron ng significant relationship. Actually, pagkasa nila kayo, you can easily see this one. Kasi ginagamit namin dati, alam man namin kapag walang correlation yung dalawa. Okay? Proceed natin. The next step. So, since we have 0.36, negative 0.36, next step, gagamit tayo ng t-test. Ayan. Kaya mo na, hinapos yung formula. Kasi pumapasok ito masyadong maagang pumasok. Ayun, ako pa lang hindi nakano. Ayun. Aga may sobrepenya. Okay, so let's see. So t-test, sinabi ko sa inyo para ma-determine natin may correlation, kung may significant relationship, nagamit yan ng t-test. Okay? Yeah, ang formula ng t-test, ito, klase, ito. T. T is equal to R times the square root of negative, T is equal to R times square root of n minus 2 over square root of 1 minus R squared. Yung R natin, yun yung RS na na-compute natin. R squared. Bakit 0.95 ginamit niya? Okay, T value. Tingnan natin Tingnan.
Pearson, ayan oh. Ito oh, R. Ayan. Pinalitan lang yung R na yan, guys. Ginawa lang siyang R sa S. Ayan oh. Ayun, di ba? Kanina, R, ayan, nasa dulo-dulo. Tapos N minus 2, tsaka 1 minus. Pares lang yan, guys. Iba lang siya ng value na gagamitin. Okay? So, R sub S is negative 0.36 square root of, ang N natin,
Ayan. Ay, nasa kabila pala tayong kanina, kaya okay? So, tingnan natin. Now is the time computing for t value. Tama, yung R natin is yung ating correlation coefficient na na-compute na negative 0.36. Yung ating N is still pa rin 7 na gagamitin natin. So, we can see here, yan. So, substituting the value in the formula, so we have negative 0.36 times square root of 2 minus square root of 7 minus 2 over the square root of 1 minus negative 0.36 squared, ano? Ito yung formula for t-test, ano? Okay? And then simplify t value, you can use your calculator. So, lumabas yung negative 0.86 as a t value. Okay? So, ang ating next step is compare natin sa critical value. Yung hinanap natin kanina, which is 4.032. So, ang rule kasi din, class, laging tatandaan, we will use the absolute value. When you say absolute value of a number, regardless of the sign. Okay? Yung value ng number regardless of the sign. So, meaning to say, kapag meron kang negative 0.36, ang kanyang absolute value is 0.36. Pag meron kang negative 0.86, ang kanyang absolute value is 0.86 lang. Ano? Walang sign na positive or negative. You consider the number itself in justifying na ginagamit natin kasi dito yung absolute value. Okay? So, kinuha yung absolute value ng t computed, naging 0.86, ano? And then, so ang critical value ng as is lang kasi positive naman yan eh. Okay? So, comparing dalawa, so automatically, greater than itong part na to. Dito kasi yan, pag hindi siya papasok dito, kaya itong case na to, kasi we can see that 0.86 is less than 4.032. Less than siya. Kaya dito, so we will be, ito rin class, pakitandaan to, itong part na to. It is a general rule when you are using t-test and then comparing the t-value and t-critical. Pag ang t-value na compute nyo is mas mababa sa critical value, we mean that do not reject the null hypothesis. And otherwise, kung mas mataas yung t-value or equal or greater than t-value sa ating critical, we will reject the null hypothesis. In this case, mas mababa yung t-value kaysa critical value. Therefore, do not reject the null hypothesis. You can easily construct your conclusion saying that ito pinakita niya yan. Yung explain pa niya. Okay? Sinulat ang ating conclusion. Since na-compute natin is 0.86, there is no significant relationship between the grades of the students in math and English. Ano? Ayan. Dito lang pwede na kasi alam na naman natin itong na meron tayong light or mahinang negative correlation ng ating RS kanina. No? Okay? Our conclusion in this problem, because we can say that there is no significant relationship between X and Y or grades in English and mathematics, math and English. Walang correlation or walang kinalaman. Wala silang relasyon, kumbaga sa ibang salita. Okay? Medyo mababa because yung titas na nagpapaba ng konti dyan. Basta you remember the general rule, paggagawa ng conclusion, tapos yung paggamit ng t-test. Okay? Medyo mababa na. Sige, tingnan natin. Tingnan natin. Kaya ba lang, kaya na mag-compute? Spearman Rule. natin to. So, I hope kailangan bang i-post natin to sa ating group chat, yung video para maalala nyo?
Yes po.
Yes po, sir.
Sige, kukunin ko lang Then we will proceed to an example or kahit assignment na kailangan para ma-review nyo rin. Generalize lang natin. Masok pa. Okay, conclusion tayo class. Makita natin yung conclusion ng topic natin. Okay, we should recall that the first step in the computing or in finding the relationship of these two variables using Spearman rank correlation, kailangan muna nating i-state ang ating hypothesis. Hypothesis, meron yan. Then step 2 is yung levels of significance that is stated in the problem, always stated in the problem. Step 3, calculated degrees of freedom. So always remember that the formula in finding the degrees of freedom is n minus 2 kasi mahalaga sa pag-determine ng critical value. Kailangan natin meron tayong value ng degrees of freedom. Okay? And then step 4 in computation ng Spearman law using ranks. Itong pinakamahalaga yan. Dapat tama in computation. Okay? Then, step 5, using t-test, calculate the value of the t-value, and then para magkaroon tayo ng decision. Okay? So, general rule, if t-value is t-computed is less than the t-critical, we do not reject the hypothesis, and then kapag kabaliktaran naman ang ating t-computed ay mas malaki or equal to sa critical value, we can reject the hypothesis. And then next step is yung computation ng t. So, sa computation ng t, tapos mo after computing t-value, kunin natin yung kanilang absolute value for comparison. So since the comparison, nalaman natin ang ating t-value computed is less than our t-critical. So therefore, next step is drawing our conclusion. Okay? Since sinabi nga na mas maliit ang ating t-value computed than the critical, so therefore, you can say in conclusion, there is no significant relationship between the grades in math and English. Okay? So, mas madali ito class comparing it sa Pearson or mas madaming computing, mas matataas yung value ng kukumpute nyo. Okay, let's see. Para makita ko. Sino ang taga-check ng attendance natin?
Shana po. Secretary po.
Sige pa. Open cam naman sa class. Kailangan ko lang ito. Open cam tayo, please. Picture. Yung pwedeng kumuha ng picture. Attendance natin. Ilang anong presence ngayon? Yung checker natin, please? Yung checker natin, ng attendance. Sino secretary natin?
Si Shana Flores po.
Torres, Shana. Ilan tayo? Shana.
21 po, sir.
21. 21 ba? 24. Ako, 22, 23. Okay? So, ating assignment will be an example ng computation ng nung ating problem kanina. So, sa ano ko nalalagay sa ating D-class, ano? Okay? Mayroon pa bang tanong, class? Mukhang inaantok pa kayo, ah. Bagong gising ba? Hindi na umulan na. Ang hirap ng klase natin, ano? First subject, matagad. Ang saya. Okay, class? Okay, kung wala nang tanong, so just answer the assignment following the steps, ano, and then writing your conclusion the last part. Okay? Any more question? Wala na. Wala na. Sige. Thank you, class.
Okay po.
Thank you.
Thank you po.
Ingat kayo.